Yesterday I cut out the more or less same cards. It came in numbers, pictures, and then the students would have to decide if it was more, less, or the same. Oops, the same. So we'll look over those for a review. Usually I put a review for tally marks, a review for number sense with 10 frames, a review of Friends of 10, which is just a song that they sing. And so when we put the concept in together with the lesson, the kids will be able to put it together. Usually we play the songs. I can't remember. So one of the review songs that I play is the 10 frame song, Ways to Make 10 Kindergarten. The YouTube handle is Math Songs by Numberblock. And we usually play the tally mark one. Which is counting tally marks 1 through 10, pick train. And it's pick train as the handle. So it's PIC, capital TRAIN. And the kids just enjoy the funness of the review. There's a song here that's called Tally Song, Atom Up. Atom as in the name Adam, and then up, and then maths. I might look into that one, but I'm not sure. The handle is Atom Up. Atom, the name, up, and maths. We usually play the money song. And the money song we've been playing, there's the Jack Hartman one that we played, the money song. And then the coins by abcmouse.com. And we also review this new one that's called the coin song, penny, nickel, dime, quarter, dollar, money song by Math Notes with Rocco. And actually with Rocco, we actually play another song that's called Ways to Make 10 by Math Notes with Rocco. And we really enjoy his videos. And that's always good review. We usually go into skip counting. We use Singing Walrus for skip counting. Some of the review songs that we play. If I find that the kids aren't really connecting to the songs, we'll go into doing something a little bit more difficult, like Groovy Day Counting by Twos by the Singing Walrus. We play that one as a review. I will go into playing maybe the Jack Hartman, The Clock by Hour song, and we sing. And then if we do need some movement, like the Groovy by Twos, Counting by Twos would be something we can stand up and move to. Instead, we could play. Oh gosh, I can't remember his name. It's Math Whiz. by Danny Go, the addition song. And the kids like to get up and do the movements with him, and the bear, itchy bear, and stuff like that. So we'll play that song. Um, for a review. We played the subtracted one just to see it because I accidentally played it, wasn't paying attention like fully, and I played it and I was like, oh, this is the subtracted one. But we watched it and it was good. Um, yeah, so that's what we do for review. A quick review, and then we go into um, to the lesson, which will be using number 10 frames, would be to use 10 frames to add to 5. And then tomorrow we'll do to 7 and 8. So, and then basically by Friday, we're going to go over add by 1 and add by 0. And so, just a sec. So, we were going to go into adding by 0 and adding by 1. And while the kids will possibly just click and understand it because of the logic, I wanted the kids to understand the basic concept of it, just in case. And I wanted to be fun because we were gonna take a day of that lesson to do it. So I made these cards, and this one's 10 plus 0, and I will look and it's 10. And I will actually go over it. 0 plus 0 equals 0, to make it more um, fun and more engaging. And so eventually, the rule would be like, so the rule would be if we add anything with 0, it's going to be itself, because we're not adding to, it's not placing more, we're not giving or joining extra, um, extra or objects or anything of that fact. So anyways, I did those for zeros, and then I did the same thing for ones, and I did 1 plus 1, 2, and then eventually we'll be going over 2 plus 1, 3, and we'll explain to them that the addition, the number adding just one more makes it the number one more higher. So if it's 2 and you add one more, it's going to have to be 3. What's next after 2? 3. What's next after 10? 11. What's now after 8? 9. So just something they can think about, because when the numbers get bigger, they're going to be like, when they have to take a time test and they're stressing about it, that the concept would be here. And so I did these so that we can go over it. So that's why we're doing more or less or same. And then we could say one more. Like if I had put the number 6 and I put more, it would be 7. And so it's 6 plus 1 equals 7. So we're just going over some words like more, less, and same. Let's see. Today, today for phonics, we're going to go over the sh sound, and I've been using a video that they recommended by the curriculum. Um, let's see. So I'll be using Jack Hartman's, and I will be using what is it called? English for number 4, ABC, and it's the letter S plus H, the sound of diagrams. And then I will be using Little Fox, and this Little Fox will go over the CH and the SH phonics, song, stories, learn to read. And then there's this digraph that will go over the CH and SH phonics song, English for ABC. If we do have extra time or we need a brain break today, maybe like during recess or something, we could play the alpha blocks SH, CH, and TH. That will just give them like maybe 5 minutes before we move on to another thing. And that helps get them in the mood for learning our phonics. So that will be our phonics. And let's see. We'll have handwriting. I have a sheet for handwriting. It's basically, it has like lunch and bench and something else like that. Anyways, I'll get that one out and they'll trace that one. And then we'll get our print handwriting practice menu for dry erase, and we'll have them practice that because they always need to learn and take time, because when they come back from a break, their handwriting is really just, they haven't practiced it. So coming back, it will be easier for them to practice it before we start more handwriting or more papers that they need to write with throughout the week, because we'll be getting into our journals and our fill in the blank sheet that usually, this one is going to be about critters, because we're doing the book The Impatient Caterpillar, and so creepy crawlies. I have them here. Yeah, I have it right here. Let me see. Leave that there. There's, and so we always try to do our best handwriting. And so I want to get that ready for them, and I want them to be successful. So giving them the chance to practice their handwriting is very ideal. I found some synonyms, and it says what word means the same as leave, and then there's examples like come by, go away, find out, bring up. And so we're going to go over these synonyms, because I've been finding that my kids are having a hard time with synonyms. So we're going to practice that. I found that on Teacher Pay Teacher. It was like $2, I think. And this is another sheet that they're going to do. I think this one they're going to do in their, instead of this sheet, they're going to put it in their journal. So we'll write butterflies and then whatever we put in their journal. Actually, this one they may do on the sheet because that is the nonfiction part of butterflies. And the caterpillar, the very impatient caterpillar, will go in their writing journal. So that will be fun. So I'll need to make copies of this one because they're doing it on their sheet. Right now, the book is about describing traits and then character feelings. So we'll be describing traits and comparing them and with feelings or emotions so that we can, there's two different ways that we can describe a character in the story. And so one of them will be words that describe a character based on how they usually act. And that was totally in my head. I just couldn't say it out loud. And then the character feelings, how a character responds to the actions around them. And so that will help with SEL. We might glue this into their book and they can write loud, anxious, and funny. Actually, I'm thinking instead of that, on another day, put loud and then put noisy and then anxious, nervous, and then funny. What's a synonym for funny? Hilarious, but something smaller. Maybe we will put hilarious, possibly, but let me look and see if there's another word for it that we could use. Funny, silly. There we go. So, and that will, instead of doing this sheet, we could do that in their journal too, and get them some more time with the journal. I was thinking of having them cut this out, paste it on paper, and then having them draw the other symmetry part of it, the similar wing on this side, instead of just having them draw two eyes and then color it in. So we'll see if that works. Instead of having the kids cut these out, I'm going to have the kids color these in, draw them, and I'm going to put like on the screen. So let me do that real quick. On the screen, have them have the examples of different emotions, and then the kids will know how to, typically most of the kids know exactly how to draw feelings and in this classroom, my kids that I know. So I'm just going to give them this sheet and then have them draw it. I do find that my kids love drawing more than cutting and pasting. So no, I'm going to go make a copy of this. I'm not going to make a copy of this one, because that will be in their journal. I will need to make a copy of this and a copy of the butterflies. So this is copies that I will make. These I'm going to use for instruction time. I'm reading the book. And I actually got to make copies of these, this one, but later, and this one later. And I'll show you this later when we get to it. I think that's pretty much it for reading. Okay, so I'm gonna put this aside. Oh, and they asked us to go into number bonds, but I'm first going to do a few more um, make five with manipulatives like this and 10 frames. And it actually, we're still on it because it's 10-2 and the other one was 10-4. So I thought we were going in. So today we're going to do the 5 little monkeys and it'll look like this. So I'm going to go and make copies of this one. And then I'll have this one that says color the number that is more. And so I can have kids do that while they're done. And usually some of them want to color the monkeys, and I allow them because it is it's something they should, something they can do. Oh, I was right. You see, number 10-1 is number bond. So I'm gonna have this laminate or something, and we can go over it. But we're not gonna go over it just yet because I still want them to know the 10 frames because that's the best visual for them. We can go over the 10 frame, the number bond later. Okay. So we did reading. We did handwriting, practice, review. We did phonics. And I didn't show you the sheet for that, but I'll go look for it in a bit. And then we're going to do reading, the motions, and we're going to do the math, the monkeys. We'll watch the book, The 10 Little Monkeys. And let's see. What SEL book are we going to do? I'm not sure. Let me see. There's the Worrying Worries. There was this book that I saw. We might do A Little Spot of Worry by Diane Albert. Oh, it's this one. It says, it says worry says what? That I've been thinking about. So for now, we're going to do A Little Spot of Worry just to go over it. There's some anxiety and worries because they're fixing to graduate. They're going to go to first grade, and then are there older sisters or brothers or are having to take a test soon, and there's so much anxiety going around or stress going around, and students feel it. So I want them to feel good. I want them to be able to cope with it, have coping skills that they can use. And so that's what I'm going to play. So the spot. Oh, and there's another one that's by Ani's House. Don't Feed the Worry Bug. So that one would be good for this week. So there's quite a few that we can use. So let's see. So SEO, read aloud, math, social studies, and science. One every day. Oh, I have the science, the chicken life cycle that we're going to be doing. And in art, I'm going to have kids color and draw on manila paper while I call a few students to finish a project. And then we just need to write it down. Have them write it down, or I'll write it down. And then I'm thinking of coloring the Mother's Day gift soon this week. We don't have any field trips or any extra days or any schedule changes. So I'm thinking we should do the Mother's Day gift. Hopefully that all the students are here. And the project, the fish project for addition. So that would be fun. I think that is it. And art, that will be art, and then science. The chicken, we'll watch some chicken life cycles, and then I'll hand out some chicken life cycle handouts that we have. And that'll be the day. Then we'll get ready to go home. One last storybook and then go home.